I was one of the early adopters with the crawl space encapsulation system, over 10 years ago. And I found that I had removed the mold, but a couple of years later, the mold had started coming back. So I said, oh, I've got to change something. Something's got to change. So I changed the environment so mold doesn't want to grow there anymore. And so once I did a lot of research and knew how important having humidity was the most important factor in keeping a crawl space healthy, which in fact, in turn, makes the rest of the house healthy, then I knew that I wanted to have the best crawl space I could have, that I could afford at the time. And so when I did that, I had the dehumidifiers, and one actually went bad and probably been not working, even though it was humming and making noise. It probably wasn't working for several months. And it wasn't until some other tradesman was underneath there and says, hey, do you know that's not working right? Here I was. I thought I was being proactive, and something went down on me.
When you showed me how these products install inline on my devices, gives me that ability to look in. I can pull it up on an app. I can see what devices are operating and not operating. And I was really concerned about, well, how's this really going to benefit me? And learning more, because I'm a detail-oriented guy, I was given the understanding that when a device turns on, it pulls a certain amount of power. And as it pulls that amount of power, we can see it's a consistent amount, week to week, month to month. Now, if I have a device that's starting to break down or might need some maintenance, you can see that power is going to change, and the device is going to let you know that, and that's what that sensor does. To me, that's real important. I'm a maintenance-prone individual. I like to stay in front of things. I don't like to wait and come home to a house that's hot or possibly flooded.
I have worked really hard to make this house a good, sturdy house. It's not big, it's not fancy, but it's really well built, energy efficient, and so forth. And I do not like to have troubles in the future. So I'm a very proactive kind of person when it comes to my house. I have seen problems in so many other houses where people were not cognizant of what was going on in the crawl space or in their houses, and the amount of damage it causes. So I wanted to be proactive. I wanted to have that security of knowing what's going on. I may not look at the app every day or anything like that, but it's good to know that I got somebody who's got my back.
It's nice that I can look at my app and I can turn on certain lights. I can look at my cameras, but one thing I wasn't able to do is look at my pump and see, is it operating, or my dehumidifier. It lets me know that these devices are operating like they should, that I don't have anything coming up saying, hey, you might need to look at these devices. So this software, it gives me that ability, the peace of mind when I'm traveling, that everything's running like they should at the house.
I like the concept of Shipshape and having something on a phone. Even though I'm not the most techie guy in the world, I can figure out that it's pretty simple to tell me what's working and what's not working. And more than important than that, it'll give me an alert if something goes out of bounds, out of the recommended specifications, because I don't want to be caught in another situation where I have a plumbing leak that went on for a long time, and you don't know about it until until the water bill comes. So I like the fact of finding out about issues when they're small and maybe manageable before they become out of range.
So that's why I had Shipshape come into my home. Right now we're currently monitoring my devices. I don't have anything that's broken, but I can see the benefit of knowing that if I've got a device working and then all of a sudden we start getting hiccups on that device, maybe it's 1 year old, 2 years old, 3 years old, it's gonna let me know. Obviously it's probably ready for some maintenance or possibly replacement. And that's something that I never had before. It's just like everybody else, I just wait till it broke. And then I'd be fish out of water. So I like the ability to be ahead of the game and see what's gonna take place before it breaks.